First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Detroit! Set! Green, 39!
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go, first play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Bailey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw, Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bailey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold flushed out right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gone! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage, being the road team.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play it worked for big yardage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll set up to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. New York set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Bailey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Play action. It's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Okay, folks, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. 4 down. Let's go.
On second down, Darnold over the middle of Kittle, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Darnold from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now back to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. The rookie Darnold seemingly in control of this Jets offense. He's got him on the move. It's first down. On first down, it's Darnold. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back out of it.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. To give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's able to get across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Santos with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 7:34.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble, and it's scooped up by the the Jets. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Jets set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Express. 694. Yo, Chief.
Carr to throw on second down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
29. Down. 185. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Darnold on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
With it is Brown. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game. And
blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Right. Down. You white 88. White.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Jets have recovered.
And that's the down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
No, check. Patriot!
Here's Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Lions now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Monday, down.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd to the outside. 4, he's hit and dropped. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Carr now just the 1st down. From the gun. Hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank,
what that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll give it.
Monday, down. 6:37. Down. Blue 80. White. That's it.
Again, it's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Monday down. Get set. Blue 80.
On second down, here's Carr. Incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Your mind. Down. 180.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Now Carr. And he'll find his tight end, Seals-Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Monday down. 185.
Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Get set, get set.
Now Carr, got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Carr to throw. he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an... The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You